This world is really strange. The fewer gaps a person has, the higher their status. In a small town, a group of square people were waiting for the traffic light. Green Square and his friends saw this from afar. A pink square with 2 gaps was walking leisurely, and behind her was a square with 3 gaps, carrying a bunch of luggage. Green Square was also a square with 3 gaps. Every day, he would go to the stone monument, which was the town's status marker. At the very top were the squares with no gaps. Green Square dreamed of becoming a perfect person, but all he could do was sigh helplessly. Later, he took the bus home. On the bus, there was a yellow square person eating a candied hawthorn skewer. Because he had 3 gaps, whenever someone with only 2 gaps got on the bus, he had to give up his seat. After getting off the bus, Green Square kicked a soda can in frustration. Suddenly, he saw through the can a mansion with no gaps. This was the first time Green Square had seen such a house. Excitedly, he ran over and knocked on the door. The owner of the mansion opened it, and sure enough, he was a perfect square with no gaps. The owner warmly walked over to greet him and even offered to give Green Square a square. Green Square happily accepted and became an average person. However, he didn't notice the sly smile on the face of the square person behind him. After returning home, Green Square's status had risen, and he enjoyed treatment he had never experienced before. But he was still not satisfied, so he asked the mansion owner for a second square. This time, he became a person with only 1 gap. But desire is never ending, so he removed the last square. This time, he became a truly perfect and flawless person, while the original mansion owner became the lowest in society. But his pace was very hurried. The moment the door closed, the house set off an alarm. Green Square realized that he couldn't open the door anymore, and he couldn't even remove the squares from his gaps. He began to regret it. Green Square sat dejectedly on the throne, lost in thought. Suddenly, there was a frantic knock on the door. Green Square smiled knowingly. This story tells us that if you want to have power, the first thing you have to give up is freedom. After all, the higher you go, the colder it gets.